Hey, everybody, Matt here from the Coin Show podcast. Now, one of the coins that we see in the office all the time that people have questions about is the 1909 S VDB cent. So I figured there's got to be more of you guys out there with these same questions. Let's make a video that shows you how to authenticate your 1909 S VDB Lincoln cent. All right, guys. Now, here is a 1909 SVDB Lincoln cent. Now, we really appreciate PCGS for these images. They have some great images out there. This is going to be really educational for you guys. Now, there are four known die pairs that struck 1909 SVDB cents. And we are going to run through each one of them right now because this is really the only way to know if your SVDB is genuine. If it is not one of these four die pairs, then your SVDB is probably not genuine. So this is die pair number one, and it is the S that is closest up, nestled into the date here. You can see how it lines up in the gap between the 9 and the 0, and how it nestles up really well up in between the bottoms of the 9s. So let's check out die pair number two. You'll see that die pair number two is a bit lower, and it's also tilted to the right just slightly. This is die pair number two for the 1909 SVDB cents. Die pair number three kind of looks like die pair number two, but it's over to the right just a pinch more. It is also rotated to the right just a little bit. And this is die pair number three. Die pair number four. Check this one out. This one is way further down to the right and also fairly vertical. A couple of things you look at on SVDB cents is the serifs. You want the serifs on the tip of the S there to be parallel to each other. If we look at all of these, you'll see that even though they're rotated, the serifs are parallel to each other. If you think about the serifs as being a flat line and a flat line, then they're parallel to each other. Now, the other thing you look at is the shape of the VDB. You'll notice that this dot here between the D and the B is centered. It should be centered on all genuine SVDBs. The other thing you look at is the diagonal in the B here. You can see how it is going upwards fairly sharply and is diagonal. Regular VDB cents, which we're going to take a look at here in just a second, don't have that. But the really cool part about SVDBs is what they call the shallow N. And this is in the N of United right here. You can see how the dip here in the top is not very deep. If you can compare it to this N over here, you can see that it goes way down to a point where this guy does not. And that is something that is actually indicative of a genuine SVDB cent. You can see it on this one as well. Now let's take a look at a 1909 regular VDB. First thing you look at, that N. See that? See how it goes deep in there? That's because this is a Philadelphia VDB and not a San Francisco VDB. You can use this to detect if somebody has actually added an S to a regular VDB cent. The other thing, remember that shape of the B that we were looking at earlier? Look at this one. The B is really flat. The middle bar is not quite horizontal, but fairly close. So that is a Philadelphia VDB cent. Sometimes they'll take them and add an S to them, and that way they try to pass them off as genuine VDB cents. All right, guys, and that's really it when it comes to 1909 SVDBs. Think about it. Four die pairs. They can't be any other than those four die pairs. If your coin is not one of those four die pairs, it's not genuine. So for the Coin Show, I'm Matt, and I hope you enjoy this video.